there are stages along the way. And what we believe is that everything that happens in the Bible is a precursor and a harbinger of the future redemption of Israel and the world. Okay, that's an important concept when reading the Bible, is that you have to read it at face value. Okay, but also there are deeper messages and lessons throughout, right? So one of the main messages and lessons throughout the Bible is that there will be a redemption of the world, and that is something that for most of our history seemed kind of mythical, or at least required a lot of faith to believe in. But we're very fortunate, each and every one of us, to be living in a time where the end of days scenario and those sections of the Bible are not mythical, they're literal. And things that seemed very far-fetched have been coming true and are coming true in front of our very eyes. And that, of course, the biggest miracle ever since the time of the Bible is the restoration of the people of Israel to the land of Israel. That's something that the Bible predicted and wrote about extensively and repeatedly. And it seemed like a myth. It seemed like a legend. It seemed like maybe it was referring to somebody else, right? But no, in fact, right, it was a literal fulfillment that we have seen in our own generation, in our own era. And that's a tremendous thing that we're in the middle of right now. We're all still in the middle of. And however, it is something that, because we're so immersed in it and intertwined in the story of Israel, so sometimes we forget,
C'est
and
lui
we
le
forget to take,
gardien.
like, maybe what we need
Parmi
to do is take
Voilà.
a bird's eye view of what's really happening today. And that is what the book Universal Zionism is meant to be all about. But the whole world seems to be upside down. And how do you make sense of where we're at in history right now? And the way that I see it is that we are, like in the 10 plagues, there are these transitions and stages of history, and especially when it comes to the redemption of Israel. And if you look back at the original redemption from Egypt, there were these stages. So too, everything that happens in biblical times is a harbinger for what's going to happen in the future. So too, in the future, or in the current redemption of Israel, it's going to happen in stages with some ups and some downs. Okay.